a couple thoughts about using friends or readers along the way. One of the most useful things, I think, in terms of utilizing people around you is when my co-author Sheila Heen and I are writing, we're actually writing for specific people. We have specific people in mind. Sometimes it's literally a specific person, you can think to yourself, would that person think this is funny, or would that person understand the way I've described this? And sometimes it's sort of more of a category of people, like we're writing for very intelligent non-specialists, that sort of thing. So getting really clear on that, I think, is enormously important in terms of honing your voice and making it very particular. The more particular, the better. In terms of using friends just as getting feedback, one of the most important things to remember, I think, is that from the writer's point of view, you're always comparing what you've written to the fact that you started with nothing, and now you've gotten this thing, and it's like suddenly come into being. And so what you're aware of is the 1,000 ways in which this is amazing and better than it started, and the 400 problems that you fixed in the last 3 months. That's your frame of reference. The person reading it, who you're showing it to, their frame of reference probably is just all the books that they've read in their lives. And the books they've read are books that have already been finished and published and are completely done and perfect. So in their mind, what they're noticing is the difference between the books that they've read, which are finished books, and your book, which is going to very often seem like, well, wait a second, you're writing a book? This is not a book. This is just a bunch of junk. So part of it is that difference of reference point where the writer is starting at 0 and noticing all the good things, and the reader is assuming it's finished and noticing all the challenges. So it comes back to that idea of being clear, sort of, here's where I'm at with this and what you're looking for. Another thing I'd add to that is just, you want to make sure to be clear sort of what you're getting from different people. And different people are gonna read things different ways. And I think one of the most kind of frustrating things when you're showing your work to people is that you get opposite feedback. So someone will say, it's really good, but it's just too sort of short, it's too outliney. And someone else will say, it's really good, but it's just way too long. And you can't incorporate both of those. So there's a way in which you have to kind of collect the feedback, and then ultimately it comes down to relying on your own intuition and your own gut about what you're trying to do.
Thank you for listening. Please review our other available content for help writing, publishing, and marketing your book. If you have any questions about the Author Learning Center, please contact us by email at authorsupport@authorlearningcenter.com.